My friends, hello and welcome to GoldenEye SpeedLore. Tonight is time for episode 2 of DLTK SpeedLore, GoldenEye's most difficult challenge, the Max Settings Challenge. 007 mode, everything cranked up to the max, 10 headshots to eliminate a guard, 1 shot usually to pass you away, extremely difficult challenge, and tonight we're going to see some incredibly difficult runs. If you enjoyed the first episode, especially those longer runs, you're going to love tonight, because we're starting with 3 distinct runs, each which take at least 20 minutes to complete. And when I say at least, it really means at least. Between fall 2004 and summer 2005, Illu completed 5 new stages on DLTK mode. And tonight we're going to take a look at those stages. Of course, someone in chat who had not seen episode 1 quite yet, DLTK stands for Dark License to Kill, a more extreme version of License to Kill, which is like 1 shot, 1 kill. So in Dark License to Kill, you pass away in 1 shot, but guards take 10. And you'll see exactly why it's so insane and so difficult as we move throughout the episode. A bit of housekeeping to take care of before we start tonight. There will be no run dedications tonight. This is sort of like a bonus episode. I'm going to do another episode in about a week and a half, probably a more traditional episode. Maybe Perfect Arc lore, in fact, where we're going to have all the dedications, all the kind of classic lore. Tonight we only have 5 or 6 runs to watch, and they're all like 20 or 30 minutes long. So yeah, it would be too difficult to do that. So we're going to do another episode in about a week. Take care of all that business. Tonight is the bonus epic night DLTK episode 2. Let's get into it, Now, actually, though, one of our SpeedLore champions and longtime viewer, Sammy Limex, requested me to do this. Show which levels have been completed and which ones have not. So last time we watched anything highlighted in green. We watched Dam, Facility, Runway, everything. I don't need to repeat all the levels. We didn't watch Egyptian because there wasn't a video that existed of that run at the time. We were kind of working through chronologically. But we'll watch an Egyptian one to close tonight. So let's just chat for a minute before watching any run about what makes each of these remaining levels more difficult. Why were they the latter half of levels to be completed, if they were ever completed? Silo, a lot of guards in close quarters. You only have 8 minutes 30 seconds to beat the level because there's a countdown timer. That seems extremely difficult. Streets has a countdown timer, and it's a very wide open stage. You can just get shot from very far away. Depot has some complex spawning guards. That makes it pretty challenging. We may get into that tonight. Train is just super close quarters. A lot of the guards have body armor, so they would take more than 10 headshots to kill. And that would be pretty excessive. So we'll see about Train. Jungle, just a wide open level, pretty challenging. Control, just imagine the Protect when 4 guards are coming after you and Natalia to protect her to complete the hacking objective. That seems like a challenge. Caverns, so many guards, so throughout the entire level, really difficult. Cradle, again, wide open, you can't shot from anywhere, makes it super hard. And Aztec, well, how hard is Aztec? We may find out very soon. There's a good comment from chat asking about Baron Samdi with 1000% health. Requires like 10 trillion shots or 10 golden gun headshots. I think that sounds right. I should dig up maybe in a future episode when we kind of get to the progression of Egypt DLTK. We'll look up the exact headshot counter on Baron Sandy, because that'd be interesting. And yeah, Ladner, a lot of them do seem impossible, so let's just get into it and see which ones are or are not impossible. And in fact, we're going to start the night with Illu tackling Aztec. And many will remember Aztec became one of Illu's signature stages through 2006 and 7 when he got some untied sweeps. And this may actually be the first video footage of Illu playing Aztec in any manner, attempting to beat Aztec DLTK. Let's just start it and watch. We'll take predictions from chat on how long they think this will go. So he peeks out, he farms a nade. He shoots to lure that guard to the nade. And now they've all ran over there. One of them ran over there and passed away. And here we go. Now, one advantage Aztec has is that there are lots of guards who do pull nades, so that may help you out here. One thing that would immediately be a concern to me is that when you eliminate Jaws, 3 laser guards spawn and run throughout the level, hunting you down no matter where you are. That seems like it'll be a very, very big challenge to deal with. No, it's so true, Quirky. If the guards in the first room didn't pull nades, it'd be really, really challenging. And I mean, even this guard behind the golden, behind the crate, that's difficult to get rid of. He's gonna really painstakingly get through it. Oh, he likes to keep the back door open to get a certain distance away. Yeah, the moment he kills Jaws is gonna be horrifying because 3 laser guards come and spawn. And with the, 100% reaction speed, they tend to spawn quicker and, like, seek you faster. You see this on, like, Surface 1. And, he's just gonna be hunted down like a wounded gazelle, to quote an Elite classic. Okay, so these guards pull nades. They may... Okay, so one of them self-eliminated, which is helpful. Although we can't see anything due to this smoke, which is, like, terrifying. Yeah, normally, I mean, a lot of people, on their first double agent completion would have to play it like this. It's not easy by any means. And even, like, Secret Agent going for the 9-minute cheat, which is double laser, like, you could play it like this too. Okay, so the reason that the guard didn't shoot and thus kill Illu there is just because, like, even though his accuracy is 100%, he had no line of sight to Illu. Like, he had enough of a line of sight to see him, but not enough of a line of sight to hit him. That is interesting because, like, both those guards pulled nades. Oh, that's so interesting, Quirky. The guard is right-handed. And so that helps too. Both the guards who come in from the sides pulled nades, and so that's really interesting because, like, if they didn't, I bet he just would have died. And I bet you dozens and dozens of attempts Illu played, that happened. The guard just came in and shot him, and he's dead. You basically have to get the lucky nade spawn there. At least with this technique that Illu was using. I wonder what he's going to do here. Because it's well known that these guards don't shoot you if you're on the bridge, but getting to the bridge, you'll probably get sniped. So yeah, this seems wise. If that's interesting, if this guard was a left-handed, he would have, like, no shot at him. Throwing a nade. So when he throws the nade, you have some time to get there. Oh, that's scary because he's, like, shooting blind there. That's really frightening. Let's run him back here for a second. Is he waiting for more nades? I guess waiting for the flames to fade out. And so, it's one of those interesting situations where if you're going for a completion and not speed, 1.1 control style is arguably advantaged because you can make more fine, minute adjustments to your line. With the 1.2 control style, using the C buttons to strafe, it's like it's a digital input. It's all the way forward or not. Whereas with the control stick 1.1, it's like an analog movement, and so you can go partially forward, very slowly forward. And so that can be a big advantage. And Illu definitely was playing 1.1 at this point, as far as I remember. Illu switched to 1.2 for the game, like for the speedrunning, you know, pretty early on. But this is, you know, before he really got any records in GoldenEye. This was September 25, 04. Let's see, a move to the next, I'm gonna see when he got Dam 53, which was like his first world record. But I feel like it was after this. Yeah, November 04. November 8, 04. So this was before he had submitted like any, you know, real speedruns to the rankings. Oh my god, wow, that card really flew away into space. I only heard one pass away. It's possible their moans got jumbled, so you can only hear like one moan, even though two guards may have exploded. But that's obviously a good strategy. Not sure why he was looking away. It might be like to help. And again, he might not even be sure, right? It might, a lot of things might have been very mythy at the time. Like, it's 2004. We don't exactly know how guards spawning, getting lured, etc. all works. We really don't know that yet. And so him looking away just could be something that like sort of worked for him once back in, you know, on some run. So he's trying to lure that guard. That guard will become the bane of everyone's existence soon when everyone starts using the crouch strategy in normal speedruns. Now this big door... Oh, I thought he might up and down close it, because that's a good way to kind of trick guards and prevent them from shooting you. So I'm kind of surprised he didn't do that. But again, that's just, you know, my kind of intuition, and I don't have any experience playing this. There's two more guards on the right-hand side he's probably going to use this exact same technique with, luring them over here. And like an interesting thing to consider, like I mentioned earlier, is that, you know, once you kill Jaws, the laser guards spawn. So a good way around that is to get guards to open the glass door instead. But at this point in time, the glass door strats have only been known for like 2 years, and so it doesn't seem likely that in this first completion of Aztec DLTK, he's gonna go and get the glass open. This is really dangerous because I think he probably lured both guards from the exhaust bay, making that much noise. Oh, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought like it would be really troll, like dealing with both of them at the same time. These guards like never get moved by noise. They get moved if a bullet passes in front of their eyes, but they like never get moved by noise, which is kind of interesting. And then there's a laser guard on the outside of the exhaust bay who will come here now. And this is the guy who trolls us on like BA skipping runs on Secret and Double O Agent. So you have to like pause in a certain spot looking a certain direction so it doesn't like laser back boost you. And it'll take him like a few seconds to get here, but I'm assuming he will get here. This is interesting. That was really interesting timing, because Illu definitely took out 2 guards that way. I'm surprised he like knew. Oh man, there's 2 more. That... Huh. I don't know who those 2 AR-33 guards were. I legitimately do not know who they were. Maybe Quirky or some DLTK expert knows in here. Oh, totally. That makes so much sense, Quirky. So, like, yeah, on DLTK, you preserving your ammo is, like, the biggest deal in the world. But once you get the laser, you can just fire endlessly. So that like, is one advantage of Aztec. That's something that makes Aztec a little easier. And, like, I feel like there's no guard who's gonna come here. But, like, again, it's Illu's first ever completion. We have almost 20 more years of knowledge of which guards get lured by the noise. And so, you can imagine, the game, oh, and look, there one came by. A laser guard came by. You know, at this stage in the game, a lot of stuff is still like a mystery. You know, getting the body armor is an interesting thing, because, like, it's not gonna help, it'll help you survive one AR-33 hit. It won't help you survive any laser hits. You'll still die. A laser will do 20 bars of damage in this situation. But there are drone guns on the stage, which will do 2 bars of damage. Their damage is not increased. And so the body armor is a wise decision to get it, and, you know, if you get hit a couple times with a drone, it's gonna be no big deal. See? Now this room is gonna be chaos. There are 4 Moonraker guards. Yeah, you can shoot through the crates. They can't shoot you through the crates, but you can shoot them. So you kind of have to go in there behind the crate and, like, blindly shoot at them. And, like, he could have got hit there. Like, again, we're like 8 minutes in, I would guess? 10? He easily could have got hit there. And yeah, you're thinking guards might come up from up here, but, that seems so scary, man. And then another thing with Jaws, when he gets there, is going to be like... Jaws is a lot of body armor. You know, the classic DLTK way of dealing with a guard is like you shoot him in the head and he has that injury animation for a couple moments. But when a guard has body armor, that's not the case. So how is he going to get rid of Jaws' body armor? Is there any possible way to do it? Safely. Shoot him in the teeth. That's a funny... If only he did... Purple checkmark, is that some kind of, like, you know, playground rumor from back in your day where, you know, kids were like, oh, if you shoot him in the teeth, it takes more damage? Because I can totally see that being the case. It was a playground rumor? That is so funny, man. It's just, like, hilarious. I haven't heard any damage from these guards. Oh, you can see on the left-hand side the blue laser firing by him. That's a good point, Quirky. Man, this just seems so annoying. Like, these blind shots with the laser through. Like, you could literally sit here for hours on end. Just firing away. And plus they have body armor at first, so you don't, like, know for sure if you're actually hitting them. At least I think these guys have body armor. Oh, he was, Dick. He was. There's no doubt about that. Wow, the insane Illu emote AV effects. Where's that from? Oh, it's from Illu's channel. That's crazy. Oh, that makes so much sense, Quirky. Like, I can hear him being injured now. And this is one of the 4. Maybe he's got 2 of them already. No, he's got 1. That's the second is there. The first one is the hardest. Yeah, totally. TXR, exactly. It's a blind and death shot, it's a good way to put it. Until the body armor's gone, then you kind of have a sense that you're hitting him. And the thing is, on something like LTK, it is way easier, obviously. Because, you know, on this level, for example, because they just die in one shot. You hear them. I know, and the thing is, Tensor World is like, imagine now for a second that, like, you kind of get, like, bored for a moment. And, like, you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna run out there. Like, you're just gonna die right away. Yeah, welcome, Clam, to the stream. It's true, it's true. You've come to the right spot. I mean, this is pretty intuitive, Ladner, but it's like painstaking. Now, is there... I think there's a guard there, and like he could easily pass away here. And like you might be scared at this point of guards coming from behind because you don't know how they spawn and stuff yet. At this nascent time in the game's history. I mean, I guess you can get his arm there. But again, maybe if the guard... It looks like this one is right-handed. Kind of hard to tell. But, like, you know, the handedness of the guard can matter there. But yeah, then you gotta go up here and open the exhaust bay. You have to do this deed. If you're doing the traditional Jaws route, which he is doing. So he's lured 2 AR-33 guards out from here. Oh my god. Yeah, you can shoot here pretty freely without risking Jaws being lured. This is scary, though. So guards who get lured here actually usually come out of the left side, which is like complicates things more. You would expect them to come right out of this crevice, but they usually come out of the leftmost crevice. Okay, so that guard finally did see him. He doesn't want to shoot, because if he shoots that guard, then Jaws notices him. And obviously he doesn't want Jaws to notice him, because Jaws takes like 50 laser shots to the head to remove his body armor. And so he will pass away. Now the positive thing is the laser is so strong here that it's pretty easy to deal with these non-AR-33, these non-body armor guards. You know, like that one only took a few headshots to pass away there, so. Now he can survive 1 hit from Jaws. I totally understand, Pumita. It will be on YouTube in the next few days. Maybe it can help you fall asleep the next few days as well, because believe me, we got a lot of runs like this one tonight. So it'll be quite something to see. So now both the guards in Jaws' room have been lured, so now it's just Jaws in there. He can go like shoot at him to lure him, which is kind of required. 2 headshots. Oh my god, he's stuck on the wall. Oh my god. So Jaws usually comes up that way. Even though, well, if you shoot him, he can come up either way, I think, actually. The glass trap was known, Sterling, because it's 2004, it's September 2004, but I guess he thought it would be too difficult on DLTK, which is kind of ironic, because I'm sure as we'll learn over time, it's probably not that difficult. It's probably like, the glass strat is probably easier to pull off than, oh my god, Jaws only came there, that's crazy. Oh my god, look at Jaws just charging right at him. Oh my god, this is actually terrifying. Jaws is like now a, you know, a Lovecraftian horror. Oh. Like, the scary part here is just like how much you hope Jaws chases you to get to a safe spot where you can shoot him. But, like, sometimes he won't get lured all the way. And you have to, like, go re-lure him, which is, like, horrifying. Because that opens you up to get hit by him. When it's kind of... Like, you don't know where he's going to stop moving, and so it can be very unplanned. Like, Jaws' AI must not... Like, the spawning guards... always seek you no matter what. But Jaws, you know, will follow the kind of conventions of a lured guard, so he might not seek you around every corner. Oh my god, this is horrifying now, because he could be anywhere in the big room. That's a good idea to get, to see if he's somewhere in the big room looking at you, he might come visit. But, like, if not, and he peeks out to the big room, he could easily be toast. And yeah, he can survive 1 hit from Jaws currently, but he usually shoots in bursts, and so you would get hit twice in a row. Oh my god. Like, he easily could have... And, like, Jaws still could be anywhere in this room. Well, wait till we get to the next level, Dick. Well, it's for the most difficult mode, Silty God, where every setting is maxed, so guards take 10 headshots to pass away. Jaws takes like 50, maybe more. And so it's like when we're this early into it, the first ever run of this level, it's more of a completion run rather than a speed run. Hello, Radarad. Now I wonder what the technique is here. Like, I know what he's gonna try to do, but I'm actually not sure how he's gonna do it. Like, I have ideas what I would try now, using, 18 more years of knowledge of the game. The idea seems to be that a good concept is, can you get Jaws stuck in the mainframe? We see guards get stuck in the mainframe often. If he's stuck in the mainframe, you can pummel him with the laser. But how exactly he's going to go about getting him stuck in the mainframe is a different story. Oh my god. I think because he was shooting, like, across the table diagonally, he wasn't at that big of a risk of getting hit, but, like, maybe he may have been, able to get hit there. So, oh my god. So I feel like at this point in the game, that technique was not known to get, like, getting Jaws stuck in the mainframe. The way he did it wouldn't work all the time. So I bet you Illu got to this stage a dozen times, and half the times Jaws just came right in and killed him. Like, what he did wouldn't get Jaws stuck every time, as far as I know. And now he's just pummeling Jaws' head. Like, you look how many headshots this is needed. This would be Herculean to do not stuck in the mainframe. I think I would just be shooting chest to know that I'm hitting him until he takes damage. And now the second Jaws dies, 3 Moonraker laser guards come spawning. I mean, this is actually way more... I was kind of ballparking 50 headshots to remove the body armor. We're seeming like closer to 500. Like, this is insane. So Illu's finally kind of hitting arms and body just to make contact. He does have infinite ammo. Yet, Jonostan, it may not be. I don't know if slaps register through the mainframe. If they do, then you might be able to slap him through the mainframe, and it would take like 100,000 slaps. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly it, Corky. Like, is there enough AR-33 on the whole level to kill him? And we can see even now, even with no BA, he's still taking like 30 headshots, 40 headshots. Let's ballpark 50 headshots. Like, I'm gonna say it was like 200 to 300 headshots to remove the body armor, and now it's like we're at like 80 headshots to kill him. I'm gonna look at the end screen to see, because this is crazy. Okay, he's dead. He needs to wait. So guards are now spawning and chasing him. Pause. Oh my god, and he could have quick paused many times, but like that wasn't really known yet to speed up that pause by about 1.5 seconds. At this point in time, September 25th, 2004, this level has never been completed locally. Oh my god, oh my, I forgot that he's got to go up here to open the exhaust bay. You don't need to do this whole step when you are skipping the jaws. Oh my god. Are we gonna get an early box ending? It looks like it. Dude, do you know how horrifying this would be? Like, you legitimately don't know if the laser guards are gonna come and, like, just kill you at the very end. They're coming! Oh my god. That was insane. What an insane speedrun. Completed 2609, shot total 1538, 247 headshots. Wow. I agree, Quirky. I agree with that, 100%. And there it is. Maxed stats. 1,000 enemy health, 1,000 damage, 100% accuracy, 100% reaction speed. There it is, baby. Aztec DLTK would become now the 12th level to be completed in DLTK history. Now, if you had to guess, I mean, I kind of want to sit here and relish in this run, but like, and I'm sure he did a lot, but we gotta just move on. And if you had to guess which level came next, you know, would you guys even have a guess? What would it be? Because some of these levels are pretty insane to think about. Wow, okay, what's interesting about this next level? I'm looking at it now. Illu has only beat this once. He's never improved his time. And it is indeed Caverns. This is going to be insane, guys. This is going to be actually insane. October 8th, 2004. And like this guess the time, I'll say it's over 20 minutes, but under 1 hour. Let's take a look. So, Caverns is interesting. Yeah, no, totally Quirky, because there's like 4 guards in this opening area. 3 of them just died. And this guy's like beat body armor. Oh my god. You do have 5 timed mines. Guards can pull grenades. I don't think any will, though. I don't think he'll make use of any nades. Oh my... So, okay, so because he was kind of around the pillar, the line of shooting sight wasn't straight, and he was able to survive. Yeah, no, that's so true, TXR. The blue-hatted guards are some of the worst programmed AI, so that is an advantage, like as we're seeing right here. There are also a number of boxes, and a lot of them that have ammo in them. Yeah, an invisible wall, I guess is what you would call it. Flickers beaten a lot of the DLTK stages, maybe all of them. Corky's beaten all of them, I know that for sure. And so these guys know their stuff on DLTK. Their presence in chat is appreciated. And they give lots of good insight, which is epic. Blue... You know, Dick, that'd be such an esoteric meme. Is like, a blue-hatted guard as, like, the low IQ guy on the... You know what I mean? It'd be kind of funny. How many people have beaten all the... Well, actually, you know what? It's kind of... It's like a soft spoiler, as Ace calls a Randy C-tier spoiler. Yeah, it's kind of... Right? It's one of those funny things, Corky, like... It's a soft, 3 minutes and 12 seconds, a good guess, Tyrannicide. I think he's mostly dealt with the first 2 rooms here. No, and that's so true, Jonathan. Like, that Aztec, the way he was standing when Jaws got stuck in the mainframe wasn't a guarantee. And so I bet he lost many runs to Jaws simply not getting stuck in the mainframe. Okay, so he's slapping here to preserve ammo, I'm sure. So, yeah, it's hard to save this dude because as much as, like, it is horrifying to hear the lasers, like, coming on in while he's behind the crate, it's rare to die in the last second on Aztec. Very, very rare. Now, one horrifying thing about this level is that, like, towards the end, you know, you could... Like I was imagining, like... Or kind of setting the stage last time, a lot of the levels without spawning guards are like, you know, you can plan to beat them. You can tackle lure one guard at a time, isolate the guards. Oh, I see have 6 timed mines here, which is nice. And then, you know, one-on-one, you can get through it. But when there's spawning guards, it's very scary. And so, as soon as Trevelyan sees you at the end of the stage, there are 2 drones and there's like 3 spawning guards that come after you with shotguns and RCP-90s. And, like, that's really, really terrifying. And so, to see how he deals with that, I mean, you just kind of have to be fast, but it is a challenge. So to see how Illu deals with that's going to be interesting. And, yeah, Sterling says there's an ammo dump on this level. There is an ammo dump, but it's a lot later. And he's got a lot of guards between here and then to get rid of. Good onomatopoeia, Flicker. Is it known, I'm not even sure if this is known to this date, if slapping them in the head does, like, more damage than slapping them in the body? Okay, so the drones do 2 bars of damage, John O'Stan, which is what they do on 00. So drones and explosions do the same damage that they will on 00 Agent, but the guards do 10 times as much damage. I bet if we were, you know, really intrepid about it, nowadays, you know, one could probably make a ROM hack where drones also did full damage, like 10 times the damage, but it probably wouldn't be, like, that novel enough for anyone to, like, you know, care about playing it too much. Yeah, I think so, Flicker. Unalerted, from behind, etc. And we might see some of that a little later on. I'm not sure, actually. Like, I know That's so funny, True or Faith. That's a Alex myth. The base boost myth. Holding Z. I mean, did base boost ever complete any DLTK stages? I'm kind of interested now. Let's see here. LTK records. Let's see. He just beats Surface 2, which is the easiest one. Ilari says it's true too, holding Z. Oh yeah, I mean, I can kind of see it being... We were talking about it last time on Bunker 2, because... It's like if you let him fully recover, it like resets something to the point where it's not like he's not noticing you, but it's like almost like that. Yeah, another troll thing is that, like, these scientists can pass away and fail. Totally, you know? Good day, tipster, and welcome to the DLTK SpeedLore Episode 2. The most insane mode of GoldenEye. Oh, yeah, that's where Alex would slap guards a lot. Bunker 2 00, 100%. 100%. You know, that's exactly it. Like 39 minutes in, and then like the radio room blows up, and you fail contacting Jimmy Wade. Is that what his name is? Jimmy Wade? And like guards are pretty nade happy. Now, one advantage, Jack Wade. One advantage of the scientists. Well, it's sort of a double-edged sword. For one, they're not just gonna die from like a random shot. But for two, if they do get 1 or 2 random shots, they'll pull a nade or a gun and become a and become hostile towards you. That was super clever. So with 3 bullets, he was able to blow up 2 boxes and get 20 ammo. So you're trading 3 shots for 20. I knew it wasn't Jimmy Wade because he calls you Jimbo, and like Jimbo, Jimmy, and James, you know, they're short forms for James. But it's just what came to mind, Jimmy Wade. Yeah, Jimmy Wower, yeah. Weech and Wazy, you know, where are they, Nintendo? Okay, so now he's on the spiral. How far in are we here? I'm just guessing like 10? 9 minutes, man, that's crazy. The spiral's gonna be a little bit difficult. Yeah, so the scientists do have added health. So like, so that's why I said like, you know, 1 or 2 stray shots won't kill them, which is positive in a way, but then it will inspire them to pull out a DD4 and shoot you. Oh my god, that is really funny, quirky. Like, that happens to all of us. Like, this is one of the harder cheats, even though the target time's 9:30 on 00, it's still one of the hardest cheats to get because just beating the level anytime is difficult. And so it definitely happened to me where like I thought I got the cheat, but like I missed, you know, one of the consoles or something. Probably Visu. I wasn't exactly looking where you said, but like there's 2 guards running down now. Yeah, you lure guard. This is a very interesting technique. By shooting, you attract guards from this sort of top of the landing area, and so. Oh man, that's a bad beat. That mine didn't kill any guards. It was a wasted mine. But yeah, with the spiral, this is a good technique. You have lots of room to do it. And I almost wonder, again, I don't know, I've never watched this run in full. I wonder if he's going to do this for a lot of other guards beyond the spiral. It would make sense. It would make sense that all the guards near the spiral he'll do this technique to. But I wonder if like guards deeper on the catwalk he'll go and bring back to the spiral and do this. Wow, we're going to see. I mean, given how much time this level takes, I could see that being the case. And in that case, some guards he probably like dances with for like 7 minutes. That is lucky that some guards have, he's scoping out to see if there's any guards around. Some guards do have double wielding, so you get 20 ammo from them, which is positive. I wonder why he's going back here. Oh, did he not blow up Objective A yet? I guess he was waiting for the scientist to leave, and the scientist still hasn't left. That's like so annoying. Imagine the scientist runs into the flames. Oh my god, they're so troll. They're the most trolled gentlemen in the whole stage. For a long time, if you were a kid, you probably thought that you had to shoot the screen too. You don't. That screen is not needed for Objective A. The only place the screen is needed for destroying console objective is Depot. For some reason on Depot it's needed. Well, 9 Jaeger, I did indeed achieve an untitled record just last month before lore, believe it or not. Didn't happen again today, but... I wonder just how much... He entered the spiral about 9 minutes in. I wonder if, I wonder how much time he's gonna spend on the spiral. Yeah, cheers, Jaeger. It's one of my specialties, is, saying names correctly. I mean, it's... I'm just imagining streamers calling you Jagger. It's crazy to think that this is the world we live in today, but I guess it is. Now there's usually like 8 guards in here, like 6 or 8. He's definitely lured some of them out. I wonder if he's trying to peek to, like, lure them back to the spiral. Because at least one of... Oh my god, that's horrifying. Like, imagine you lured him and then the door closes on you. Like, that's terrifying. So he's gonna deal with this guard the same way as the other ones. He's running low on ammo, though. He really is running low on ammo, which is a concern. This seems extremely terrifying here. This blue-hatted guard can't quite figure out where he is. If he shoots too much in this room, he risks luring some guys outside on the catwalk, I think. Man, these blue-hatted guards really are not wise at all. Wow, 1 AR-33 shot left. 10. Oh my god, he only had 1 bullet left. So now he can basically double his ammo. He can trade 5 shots for 10. And the fire might damage some of the blocks. Like, that only took 4 instead of 5. That's crazy. I mean, I guess he could have YOLO slapped him if he ran out, but, like, you might have got shot while you were attempting that, you know? So now we can get some ammo here, which is nice and positive. I wonder if anyone's ever mapped, like, an optimal shot path to destroy all the boxes, because there definitely is one. Like, 2 boxes at once is decent, but, like, I'm sure you can do even better, you know? By, like, lining up 6 boxes or something. There might be, like, an angle you can get 6. There are 2 here. He should go for those. Maybe I would have done it before getting these guards, but... Let's see if he uses another mine here. Yeah, I don't know either. But he does use a mine. How many will it kill? Sound like 3. Let's see if any more guards come. And you gotta wait for the smoke to clear, because otherwise it's too scary. And yeah, so like that box took a little bit of flame damage. Well, like these, like... It used to be a known thing where, you know, back in, like, early days of challenges and stuff, you could go on, like, train and get, like, 800% accuracy with the Magnum or the Silver 57. I think boxes counted, too, for accuracy? Something weird like that. Man, that is crazy. Just, like, shot 1 guard there. So I guess he's probably not going to retreat this spiral if he's, like, feeling safe here. He'll probably come back to here a good deal. I think he has 2 mines left. There is an ammo dump full of boxes later on, and I guess you might not want to mine there. You might want to shoot them. No, to get 800, you would need 8 hits in 1 shot. And so, it would have to go through like 8 boxes and guards. We can test it out a little later for fun. Man, the kind of like video grading, like the VHS quality from 04, and like, I don't know, it was kind of giving me very like analog horror vibes there. It's like a very certain aesthetic. You can just imagine him back in 2004 on a CRT, like creeping through the level, 1 guard at a time, until he's inevitably gonna pass away most of the time. We're 21 minutes into this run. Oh my god. So he is just going to shoot these boxes. That's really interesting, Flicker. That's so cool. The AR-33 can only hit 2 things. It can go through like 1 item and hit a second, so you can get 200% accuracy. But the RCP-90, Magnum, Silver KB7 can do more than that. So that's really interesting. We can see here Illu's got a ton of ammo now because of this, like, boxes. They probably got like 100 bullets or something. And yeah, actually, it reminds me that sometimes on Caverns Secret Agent with the old strategy, people would finish with more than 100% accuracy, and often you would get like a YouTube comment like wondering, like, how is this possible? They must be cheating. But it's like, because you're shooting the consoles and guards at the same time, you can get like 110% accuracy on old Caverns SA runs. Like, I bet like Clemens' 121 probably has it, if I had to like ballpark a run. Wow, laser doesn't penetrate box, that's crazy. You would think the laser would. Like, I definitely know the Magnum and Silver KB7 are the ones that like did for sure, and RCP-90 makes sense. Another way to get like more than 100% accuracy is with the shotguns, because the game counts them as shooting 5 bullets per burst, per like blast. And so if you shoot like a guard or a box with a shotgun once, you'll get like 500% accuracy. That's actually an interesting little tidbit for you know, if I make a kind of video about, you know, things you might not have known in GoldenEye, the accuracy might be a good one. You know, Tireman, I can't do an Irie Butler impression right now, but I did go onto the Hugging Face DALL-E Mini AI image generator, and I typed in bald man wearing suit sitting in a chair with an N64 controller, and it gave me images that, you know, could pass as Irie. So that's the best I can get you tonight. You know, it's pretty late at night. The generator's probably not overflowing, so you could probably go muster up that image now. Yeah, that's right, Quirky. I haven't looked into it too much. I probably should look into it a little bit more. Here's our blue-hatted body armor guard. So you need those code cards to open the big blast doors. There are 3 of them on the stage. You need A, B, and C cards. You need at least 2. You could go around and skip 1 if you, like, lost it. And sometimes playing this, like, casually or for the double agent cheat, you would, like, lose the key card. Like, it would land somewhere, you just, like, couldn't quite find it, and it would, like, make no sense. I think many of us have experienced that. So he's shooting through the glass here, trying to lure out guards. One of the guards in this room has an RCP-90. which in a way is certainly a good weapon to have because it shoots so fast and does a lot of damage, but it also runs through your ammo really quickly, which is a concern. Yeah, you need to, you would either need to hit him through the glass or break the glass. I don't think you could hit him through the glass with the ZMG. So that was just probably, again, a knowledge thing from 04. Like, maybe you can lure him with the ZMG through the glass, but I doubt it. Oh, that's true, Flicker, yeah. So I guess this sort of bend is easier to deal with him than around the previous bend. The 90-degree bend. This one's, more favorable. Man, imagine exploring the water caverns. It'd be kind of cool. Such a cool setup level. Like jumping off the catwalk into the pond. And it's such a weird level, too, because, like, it definitely didn't exist in the movie. Like, they made the whole thing from scratch, which is pretty crazy. That's a great point, Flicker. The RCP-90 does twice the damage, so, like, yeah, all the ammo you have from PP7 gets doubled. What a throwback, Yandir. The Cuba throwback. What a true 5-year throwback. No, the grenade launcher does not have accuracy. Those stuff, it's like, it doesn't count like for or against your accuracy. So now it's got a code card and an RCP-9, which is really good. You can blast through these doors with it. Let's see what he's gonna do here. Look, I would be tempted to shoot the console, yeah. Okay, that's good. That will probably lure guards. I wonder why he has out the ZMGs and not the RCP-90. Okay, there we go. That's interesting. Swattress. I'd also be tempted to use a mine here, because you might get like 3 or 4 guards. What an insane shot. Yeah, he's getting through there. We're 29 minutes in now. He's still got to clear both these rooms for sure. Complete objective B, C, D, and exit the level. Oh, that's a great point, Flicker. Dude, imagine he just died right here. Like, imagine that shot hit him and he died. Like, that can totally happen. Dude, that VHS artifact was sick. Really nice. I don't know how many guards are still left in this room. There could be close to 0. Yeah, no, absolutely quirky. And like, we didn't know what the Japanese version having a body armor for like 8 years from here, like 2012 I would say, and so maybe 2011 actually. But still, like, you know, it wouldn't even be on the radar that you might have a body armor, which helps. And there's 2 body armors on the stage, in fact. Yeah, exactly, John O'Sten, that's 100% true, that he would have got this far and died probably 20 or more times. Half an hour. And we may read Illu's sort of reflection on beating a number of stages a little bit later on tonight. I mean, mind you, after this, we have like 3 or 4... We have 3 more runs to watch, plus Egypt. Which we're gonna, you know, catch up on, because we didn't see last time. So we'll see what Illu has to say about these. Oh my god. Like, he's so in the open, he has to hope all the guards are gone. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, there's one body armor guard down there who has the key card. No, don't. Oh, I thought he was gonna throw the mine. I was like, don't do it. That is terrifying. Because that guard has body armor, so he can't be injured and stunned. Oh my god. Like, what if he just ran back and oh my god. Yeah, it's seriously like watching like a zombie show or something, you know? It's like, oh my god. You just don't know how he's gonna behave. Okay, he's got the key card. He's gotta blow up these consoles. Objective be completed. Now what's he gonna do? I really wonder. I think, does he have all of the... Does he even know what he's gonna do? He's checking his ammo. There's 2 guards in here. So they can't shoot you if the door's opening and closing. This is a very good technique for this. Now, the next blast door, this may not be as good of a technique, because the guards can throw grenades, and then possibly blow up the radio room, which is an objective to contact Jack Wade. Yeah, totally, Jono. Yeah, exactly, V-Sweat. So this is a good technique here. With the other one, it may not be as good of a technique. I guess this is a good point. It's like, he may as well... If Trevelyan sees him, it's over. Because you get spawning RCP-90 and shotgun guards. But it's a reasonable thing to blow up the drones and attempt this right now. Because if Trev sees you, it's over, you reset, and you don't have to... Or die. And you don't have to, like, go through the motions of doing the other room first. Yeah. I guess that was Illu's philosophy there. Is like, do it now, because otherwise I won't have to, you know, waste my time doing all the other stuff. I wonder what's gonna happen here. Like, what he's gonna do here. Oh! He's gonna lure guards. They do not open this door from the other side no matter what, which is interesting. I think now that you've opened it, they can start opening it. Wow, this is so risky. Because he could shoot through and destroy the radio, destroy the oil tanks. But it's a good technique. Oh my god, a nade, which killed a scientist. This is where things get insane, because like, what if a scientist died earlier and now both are gonna die? Yeah, Dick, they have strict orders not to open the door. It is a clever tactic, but it's also a risky one. But, like, on a level like this, you have to take risks. The RCP-90 does more damage. The AR-33 does 150% damage. The RCP-90 does 200. But the RCP-90 does not have a zoom, whereas the AR-33 does. Yeah, True Faith, this might be, No, I can't even joke. You wonder about the original, like, 5-minute, you know, record on Caverns 00. It might be similar, honestly. Oh, this is insane. And, like, he definitely lured a lot of guards to this point. But I think there's the guard on the right side of this room does not always get lured by that kind of stuff. And so he may still be out there ready to shoot you. Wow, there you go. Corky's saying the right side guard is the worst to deal with. Breaking the glass is a good idea. It can often, like, get guards' attention or get them to start acting a certain way. So, Sterling, if you didn't know, Clemens had the world record before Japanese was used at 1:35, which is insane. We went over that in the Caverns 00 episode. This is super risky, because the risk you run is that you're going to blow up the console, it'll blow up all the oil tanks, and it'll blow up the radio, which causes you to fail Objective D. You know, surviving to the end is one thing, but you gotta complete all the objectives. And so, you need to get in there and press B at the radio. And contact Jack Wade. And I believe there's at least one guard on the right, and maybe one guard inside. Yeah. Okay, so the guard on the right must have been lured, otherwise he would have died. He must have been, like, killed in a nade and stuff. But this guard is still alive. So that was terrifying. It only needed one hit. Because he had shot it previously. And he easily could have accidentally shot it. So now, the RCP-90... Oh my god, he's checking the objectives. And the shotgun guards are gonna come as the moment Trev's text box comes. I would go in there, I would turn around. Oh. Oh my god, dude. I would have turned around. Oh, okay. There are about 4 guards at the end who are also to deal with. I guess he's luring out 1 or 2 of them, which is a good idea. So he just shot 40 times. So that's why the RCP-90 is so strong. I'm pretty sure he's basically gonna run the ending with like 3 guards because he doesn't have any other choice. He's trying to lure 1 more guard. Oh my god, he's gotta go. He's gotta go. What? Oh my god. What is he doing? They're right there, Taquito. They're literally right there. Close it and go. He's gotta go. Oh no, this door's closed. Dude, what are you doing, Illu? Oh my god! He's gonna die from behind! What the hell? Yeah, never do that again. 4108. 491 headshots. $72 guards, passed away 1,064 shots. 88% accuracy. That's insane. Full health, baby. Full health. He did it. That's one, you know, gotta catch your breath after that. That was simply too insane. Yeah. No, that's... I mean, like I said, we can't revel in it too much. We gotta carry on, but I'm looking up a post and seeing... Because we're gonna read a post soon. Yeah. Okay. We got some good insight coming out for the next run. Yeah, totally, Yanis Marine. That's so true. So true, Yanis Marine and Machiavelli. Yeah, it did, and it's insane that Illu, you know, a lot of the records Illu, you know, or completions, Illu would go on to improve over time, but that one he never improved. That's been his score on the stage since 2004. All right, well, on to the next run. And then we're going to read Illu kind of rank all the levels that he beat with some insight, which is really interesting. So, actually, another interesting side story about these runs we're about to see. Illu got this one 4 days later. It's Jungle DLTK. And it took over 20 minutes as well. And what's interesting is back at this time, he was able to like get the videos made and uploaded, which is insane. I think he put them on like a private server of in a leader. And but there was no YouTube yet. And when YouTube came out, you could only upload like 10-minute videos and then later 15-minute videos. To this day, you need like a verified account with a phone number to upload more than 15. But you can only upload 10-minute videos, and because this Jungle and Aztec were over 20 minutes, there were no copies on YouTube in one single video. Aztec was in 2 parts, but it was missing the 3rd part, so it had no ending. And same as this Jungle, since it's over 20 minutes. It had part 1 and 2, but no part 3. And I was researching this lore, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. Like, is the ending of Jungle and Aztec lost? And it wasn't. We were able to dig it up. Actually, Axel Z, an old proof mod, linked me to the old private server where they were hosted, and they're still there, which is kind of crazy. So that's kind of a cool mini story about the... You know, it's one of those interesting things that's like, you take it for granted this day. But at the time, 2004, and even leading up to 07, 08, 09, when we first started uploading runs to YouTube, you couldn't upload a 20-minute run. It was literally impossible, so... Really interesting side story. So again, Illu just completed Caverns DLTK on October 8th. This is now October 12th. 4 days later, he goes and does this on Jungle. And this one looks like it's recorded from the TV, which is kind of... It has a really good aesthetic. Yeah, okay, so there's 2 things here. You have 6 mines. Natalia has a magnum and shoots guards. So that's positive. The negatives is that there's a lot of wide open space. You can get sniped from really, really far away. And I believe there is body armor on this level. A lot of levels have body armor removed on 00 and 007 mode. I believe there's still body armor here, which can help you survive 1 AR-33 shot. Fire damage. That's so funny, Metro. That's really funny. I never watched Let's Players back then, but that sounds really funny. And so a technique here is basically, you know, deal with one guard at a time. Isolate guards, deal with them. Natalia will help you out. Natalia cannot hit you, which is really nice. That'd be insane if she could. And Natalia has a lot of health. Natalia has so much health. Because think about how much health Jaws had on the Aztec run. Natalia has a similar amount of health. So it's very unlikely she's going to die randomly, which is nice. On LTK, you definitely have to worry about that. Just doing your general 00 completion, you'll probably have to worry about Natalia passing away, like if it was your first time playthrough. But on DLTK, that's like the least of your worries, is Natalia passing away. Like, she could, unironically, probably survive like 10 grenades directly to her. We should test it sometime. So, interesting, that's a great question, Gander. Oh, that's so funny, Flicker. Can Xenia attack Natalia? I think they can. I think guards do, but it makes sense that the game code is imperfect, and so they often don't. Like, I swear I've seen guards shooting Natalia, but it's rare. Like, most of the time they don't. It might be something like if they've seen you, they go for you instead. Yeah, there's something to it, TXR, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. But yeah, Gander, great question. Spawn guards. So there are only spawn guards at the end. So it's similar to Caverns, where you don't have to worry about the spawn guards at the very end. True Faith, what was the difficulty of that match play? Was it Agent? Because I could only see it happening if you, like, got messed up on Xenia and, like, wasted time there. I cannot... Whoa! So DLTK, Camel Lion Storm, is a 007 mode with maxed settings. So guards take 10 headshots to kill. They do 10 bars of damage on you, which usually kills you in one shot. They have 100% accuracy. It's the hardest mode in GoldenEye. That makes sense, True Fate. That makes a lot of sense. So we can see here, Nat is helping out by shooting this guy. With her, and the Magnum probably does at least 150% damage. Okay, so he's luring Xenia. Now watch this strategy. And again, this was the first time that this video was ever uploaded to YouTube in whole. I uploaded to my archives channel yesterday. It only exists on YouTube in parts before now. Xenia has, I would say, similar health. Chameleon Storm. So true, Chameleon Storm. You know, spammer in chat, I'll let you spam that like once every 5 minutes. Okay? You can post your meme once every 5 minutes, otherwise I'm gonna purge it. And yeah, it's like, the music is insane, for one, and for two, this is the strat. This is the strat, guys. You lure Xenia, you run to the end of the stage. You run to the beginning of the stage, rather. I wonder how safe you are here. I feel like you're pretty safe. Let's see. No risk of dying here. Yeah, so I guess Xenia can never actually, like, lock into you. So you literally go to the beginning level, hide behind a tree, and let Natalia shoot Xenia. Could you shoot Xenia here, Quirky? Wow, so if Xenia has 400 armor and 100 health, that means that on DLTK she would have 4,000 armor and 1,000 health. So Jaws has 5,000 and 5,000. That's insane. So it's literally 50 headshots to get rid of the armor and 50 headshots to get rid of to kill him. Whereas Xenia would be 40 and 10. Although you have the laser, so it actually would be 25 and 25, but it felt like a lot more. Like Illu must have been missing on the mainframe. But that, again, that's just ballpark. I might not have the entire interpretation correct. But that was very interesting tidbit, Flicker. Thank you for that. So I guess Xenia does use the RCP-90 more, but like, because she can't lock into you here, she's not going to shoot you. Yeah, no, totally, Quirky. Like, it feels like you could just pull out the PP7 and just, like, fire at her head here. Like, it seems like you might as well do that. But, like, again, this is, like, the earliest completion. It was probably something that felt safe to him. Wow. So, she probably can, but fire doesn't really damage BA too well. So, if she had no BA, she can definitely kill herself on the grenade launcher. And so, like, it's sort of a fantasy strategy from, like, 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, that, like, would never work. But, like, you could imagine it. Playing Agent and just simply running to the end. And hope she just passes away on her flames. But, doesn't seem like that's the case. Doesn't seem like that's simply a fantasy strategy. Oh yeah, she's not. The music ended because it's programmed to end after a certain time. The game doesn't expect you to be fighting Xenia for this long. Cracking a sparkling water. No worries, lads. Yeah, can you imagine being lulled into that Marty Renzoku? Interesting, 20 armor and 170 health, huh? So now Xena's taking damage, she won't be long for this world here. That's a good question, Raw Jones. I'm not sure. I think I've heard something like that. Yeah, and because she has an RCP-90, it does 200% damage. So that's 20 bars, so you can't survive it even with body armor. There we go. She's passed away. Objective completed. He's got the GL and the RCP-90. So the ending is going to be insane, because at the end of the level, if he gets there, what happens is, there are a bunch of silver crate guards, and then there's like 3 or 4 guards who continuously spawn out of like the very end of the stage. And so those guards are difficult to deal with, because, you know, any continuously spawning guards are a big challenge on DLTK, because they just keep coming. You know, non-spawning guards you can deal with one-on-one, isolate, attack. That seems like... Okay, I guess he got at least 2 or 3 guards there. I was gonna say, it seemed like not a great place for a mine, but... I guess because he shot him, other guards got lured. Yeah, it seemed like not the best place for a mine, but... Oh, is the audio... No, the audio isn't not working. Oh, that's so interesting, John O'Stan. Let's see, I'm gonna... No, I'm not gonna risk opening the tab. I might listen to it after this run. If we see. I hope... Maybe that's a Rickroll. I hope not. Interesting slap decision. So just once you get up the ladder, it's just pretty chaotic because, oh my god, that was pretty terrifying. There's like 4 or 5 guards at the silver crates, and then guards that comes running in from the end of level spawning. And so you really have to like be very, very, very careful. That's what I thought, Corky. I thought, like, oh, maybe the jungle theme plays. Oh my god, I'm surprised he didn't go up the right-hand side spiral, to be quite honest. Like, yeah, you're gonna deal with 4 more guards, but I'm kind of surprised. I guess it's not worth it. I guess it's too, like, scary going out there. You know, I thought the same thing earlier, purple checkmark. I was like, that's an insane name to get a purple checkmark with on Twitch. Very novel and creative. I don't know if these are the spawning guards. I don't think they are. I think there's 2 or 3 kind of guards who can be lured from this area. But no, maybe they are the spawning guards. Maybe they are the spawning guards. This seems kind of scary. Man, he needs to blow up 1 more box. Just shoot! It's V-Sweat, it seems like kind of the, strat, like, you know, making your name purple checkmark on Twitch is like making one of those, like, YouTube thumbnails videos that's like, this video won't get 10 million views. Like, similar type of thing. So he is going to go the right-hand side. Looks like. Probably 3 or 4 guys over there. Oh, Natalia was over there? Again, you would worry, like, oh, what if I accidentally shot her, but, like, she can survive it. I wonder what the health on Natalia is here, Flicker. I don't know if you looked at that. $80 armor, 80 health, that's insane. So, it's, 800 and 800. So she could survive 160 headshots. You know what, Coder Dota? I gave it up a year ago, baby. Oh, there's Nat's really going hard at this guy. Well, the thing is, Dreyfus is like, I don't mind, you know, a funny copy pasta every now and then. Especially on my more traditional streams, which were kind of very silly and strange to begin with. But, you know, in SpeedLore, it's a little bit detracting. You know, in a chaotic stream, it's fine. But in a lore, it's a bit much. I almost wonder if that gentleman, like, is secretly a mod and is, like, unbanning himself. You know, it's so true, Corey. I was like, yeah, once every 5 minutes is fine. You know? Totally. So here he's got like 3 or 4 crate guards at the end. At some point he's got to like decide that the crate guards are passed away and then just run to the end. And hope... Oh my god. I was not expecting that guard to come running out here. And to be fair, I don't really know how the crate guards work because like on a speedrun on Agent or 00 Agent, you're never like sitting there dealing with them. So I don't know if they can be lured away from their crates or what. I don't feel like they can be, but like maybe they can. Like he could easily get sniped here if he's in the wrong spot. No, they don't, Ganadair. So like you could go on 00 Agent and break like Oh, no worries, Yanis Marine. You have a good name. You have it was a great comment. It's like, I'm trying to think of the weakest explosion, like a computer screen. You could go on 00 Agent and destroy a computer screen, take the flame damage, and never die. But, like, if you blew up, like, a grenade, you're always going to die on 00 Agent. If you let it blow up right at you. So I feel like he's killed at least 2 silver crate guards. But there's definitely one left behind that sort of pillar or cavern feature. That makes sense, Punjabi. That makes so much sense. Every crate guard you kill results in a spawn guard. That makes a lot of sense. And so then they spawn and come at you. I would just be taking the RCP-90 out and just blasting guys. Oh my god. I guess they're not shooting at him because they think like there's 2 or 3 crates in the way. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so the spawning guards actually go to crates. They replace the crate guards. That's what it is. And so if you're running at the very end, they'll like stop and shoot you, but once they're at their crate, then they take the position of a crate guard. I guess the technique would be to injure them all down to 1 hit, and then shoot all of them, and so they all spawn at the same time, and you have a clear moment. That'd probably be the best strategy. Probably because they have, I think they have body armor, formerly. Looks like he's going for it now. Yeah, there's like a couple models on Surface 1, like there's like a helicopter, there's like a car, and they like do like grenade damage. It's really funny. Okay, so here he's going for it now. He could have got stuck. This is terrifying. Oh my god, he's gonna get stuck. The guards are gonna spawn. Is he gonna go for it? I think there's a silver crate guard on the right. I think, though, he can prevent guards from spawning if he's looking at... Oh, my God. Oh, my dear lord. He's low on ammo. He's just got to go for it. He has 18 shots left. There's one more silver crate guard back right. Oh, my God. Yeah, once you get far enough and they stop respawning, that's 100%. I think Natalia... He's trying to let Natalia deal with the silver crate guard. He must have died here many times. There's no doubt. Good idea. Good idea. As soon as he heard him take damage, he's in there, baby. He's in there, baby, till the day dies. Completed. Jungle DLTK. 2031. Wow, 53 guards. Insane. Insane. Yeah, Nat does a lot of the heavy lifting there. Okay, I'm gonna click on the jungle music. Yeah, I have heard this. It sounds very Donkey Kong Country. You know, it's like Donkey Kong Country meets GoldenEye meets James Bond. And yeah, that totally is in multiplayer. They just cut it out from the main game. Okay, so here's a really interesting post that Illu made in June 2005. I think at this point in time, June 05, he had beaten the levels that he had beaten, like the ones we just saw tonight that took an hour and a half. So all this, plus Jungle, Aztec, and Caverns. And I think he was getting back into trying to beat a couple more, and we're going to watch a couple more tonight. But he said, I suddenly just felt like ranking the beaten DLTK levels by difficulty. I wrote some comments too. Here we go. Very interesting thread. We're going to read the post here. Caverns, #1 hardest. Takes so long, so many guards, the toughest body armor guards. Fear of failing at the end is great because it often takes 35 to 40 minutes getting there. Have to handle lots of pressure for a long time. That's #1, Caverns. #2, Jungle. As if his little bio here says proven champ 07. That's really funny and kind of troll. Very funny stuff. We cover that in the facility 00 lore. Jungle #2 would rank this below Aztec if it weren't for the hellish ending. Gets pretty random there sometimes too. Have to be prepared for a lot of stuff and be quick. Often you don't get more than one chance of surviving the ending guards after taking out their BA. So true. Lots of pressure on getting things right when taking out the ending guards BA. You need to blow them all up quickly and run to the beginning of the tunnel where most guards come running. Aztec. Takes longer than Jungle, but with patience I think it's a little bit easier. The beginning's the hardest part. The big room with the drones is difficult, but with patience it can be done easier than the Jungle ending. Not as much pressure as on Jungle. You can take all the time needed to make sure the guards are behind the crates. Luring Jaws to the door trap works very consistently when you know how to do it. That's very interesting because I was making a point of how I don't think what he did was consistent. But I guess he found the right angle, the right look technique to get him, stuck in the mainframe. Not to say it's easy or anything though. This level still goes under the very hard league for sure. That's pretty cool. Damn, takes a while to learn. The tunnel turns into the tunnel of hell on DLTK with body armor guards. I've done this about 5 times by now though. Bunker 2. Need to lure the guards to the cell. Many risks with the knives. Once PP7 is obtained, there's not much worries of the guards being alerted anymore. That's how he would say it. Still under the pressure, it's pretty hard to do. Surface 1. Need some luck with getting the guards to be clob guards. But with my strat, they don't all have to be clobs. Very interesting. Can shoot in the comms where it's safe. Hope for them to respawn as clobbers. So, again, we made a point last episode about how much does he know about the cycling guards, clob, sniper. It's 2004, right? But it seems like in 2005 here, he definitely knows it for sure. When things get right with the luck factors, it's just running mainly. It takes a while, can still get screwed up, absolutely. Bunker 1. Takes some head shooting, knowledge of guard placement, not making too much noise. Not really harder than 2 levels below, but just takes a bit longer than Facility. A bit more complicated than Frigate. Facility, with the hardest strat, it takes a while to get to completion. Beating the level is pretty hard, but, still a little bit easier than these others. Pretty short compared to some of the others. Makes sense. Yeah, it is funny, Quirky, because we definitely did mention that Surface 2 and Archives were the easiest ones by far. That's interesting that Archives can be ran through after a few attempts. Maybe I should try to beat it sometime. Frigate, the guards can kill the hostages, which is good. Place yourself right, lure guards. Statue, Trev guards take a while to survive. Take a chance and run to the middle of them, escape and get lucky. That's so funny. Last Baron can be troublesome at times on Egypt. We haven't seen an Egypt vid yet. We will tonight. This needs some attempts, but it's pretty quickly done once you get the pieces together. That's interesting that Egypt is like that easy, you know? And then runway. If your tank skills suck, this can be a bit hard at times. Otherwise, you just need to know where to shoot. It's all over in a minute. So that's very interesting insight. It's interesting that we also have a post from Vulpix here. Now, some of you may think, Vulpix, I've heard that name. The time I've mentioned Vulpix is in one of my really, better videos, which is 5 speedrunners who claimed records without proof. Vulpix is the guy who kept updating his times page to say he had top 50 in GoldenEye, even though there was no evidence of him playing for the past 7 years. And finally, we froze his times page. Now, I guess at some point, he had at least played DLTK. And he had beaten 1 or 2 levels, maybe. He'd be Andrew here. So it's really funny and interesting. And so he's talking about which levels he thinks are the hardest, including the ones that haven't been beaten yet. So he says Silo could never be done. We have an 8-minute 30 countdown timer. And think about it, right? Think about Aztec and Caverns taking 20, 40 minutes. Silo's a similar tight level. So to be able to do that in 8.5 minutes is believably impossible. Vulpix thinks control's going to be extremely difficult, which makes sense too, because he's thinking of protecting Nat for, 2.5 minutes with 4 guards spawning and coming down. Doesn't think it's possible. Cradle Depot Streets, he just says it's very difficult. Spawning guards make it tough. Train feels doable because no guard respawning. And it would be super difficult, probably take an hour. So train seems super insane. And, wow, that's interesting. Your eliteness, I guess Illu had a high post count. And I guess at the time, EasyBoard counted posts made on other forums. That's just a crazy little tidbit there. And yeah, some interesting conversation here. So, if you had to guess what the next level would be to be completed, you might guess Train or Depot. If you went by what Vulpix is saying, I mean, who knows if he's correct. Very, very deep lore. Sugar-free. Very, very deep lore. So deep. Now, believe it or not, the next level that would be completed would be in 2005. July 05. So Illu made this post and was thinking about playing again and beating some of the levels that he hadn't beaten. They found a trick. Let's take a look, baby. Yeah, I mean, there's 6 guards in this opening room, so... Is it 5 or 6? 5. Taking them one by one, take out the drones. I think a lot of this will play like other DLTK levels play, and then the protect will be a trick, and then the end is terrifying, because guards are spawning. If it were me, I would clear out the entire... No, you can't. You can't clear out the entire ending. Huh. I genuinely don't know what it does here. And I left this video in 2 parts for the nostalgia. It was uploaded in 2007 by Speedrun Trainer. And so he couldn't upload more than 10 minutes per video. So this one is split in 2 parts. I just want to leave one like that for the sake of it, Will a guard come running up here? No, she definitely can survive a lot more damage, but she's not, like, helping you out. I guess you would just often straight up die there, like, no doubt. You probably only survive a handful of runs there. Okay, so Illu's playing 1.2, but now switches to 1.1 for this area, because he can creep more slowly around the corner. Which is important. Wow, that's interesting, Quirky. Wow. He's hoping by leaving that they're gonna, throw a nade, which might land, like, in their lap. Okay, so one guard. There's probably 2 left in there. Oh my god, I've never looked up here. I legitimately have never looked up there and seen that in my life. That is crazy. Definitely still 2 guards in there. He really wants him to pull a nade and have it land on top of him. Oh, it leads nowhere. I mean, the level's sort of built into the jungle ending. Like, think of the jungle ending, so it's like a vent to get you back into the jungle, kind of. Yeah, Quirky, this room definitely seems tough. Isn't that crazy? Like, I almost don't believe it. Like, I'm gonna check later on my own console to see. It just seems so insane. Yeah, GoldenEye Heaven, it's so true, Drew Tang. Man, this seems annoying as hell. Wow, he's still in this room. It's insane. I left to go get some more sparkling water, and he's still in this room. Unbelievable. But I mean, that's the way it goes. It almost seems like the level isn't going to be like that insane once he ges through this room, you know? Like, how can it be? Oh my, that VHS effect is so sick. Because it's truly authentic. Like, people try to emulate those VHS effects to, like, edit their videos cool and stuff. Like, is the guard right there? Yeah, just do that. Do that a bunch. Just keep doing that. You have time if a nade gets thrown to run away. Wow, that is... What is he doing? I guess he wants to save ammo. I guess, like, that's my best guess. There's one guard left in here, probably. It's that guard still. That's so funny. Just headshot him, dude. Just go for it. Okay. Wow. The 1.2, Some people unironically do Swattress. Like Luke and Cal, I think, do. Yeah, no, totally quirky. And, like... I guess we'll see the Protect, because... Like, from my understanding, there has to be some sort of trick to help out. Like, how much work that trick will do is one question, I guess. But, like, I feel like it's gotta do a lot. I would have maybe thrown a mine at those two, but I guess maybe you need them for later. I mean, like, I don't know. Passed away. That'd be pretty aesthetic. Swappers. It would be. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, so this makes sense. A mine there makes sense because there are like 2 or 3 guards on the other side of that room that will pass away from it. I'm interested in why he didn't blow it up now. Oh, he's gonna try to lure these guards. That is so clever. He's gonna try to lure these guards over to it. That is beyond clever. I'm astonished. I'm astonished. That was the end of the part. There we go. Part 2. All the aesthetic VHS. You know, that's the insanity, is that 10-minute YouTube limit, 9:59. That's it. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do my, you know, relief, my thirst quench relief in the episode. I'll try to quiet it down. That is crazy quirky. That's insane to believe. Now, Boris, if you kill Boris, Natalia, like, fails the mission because she gets mad at you. Yes, Skunta, I think I'll lower the volume on that sound. In post-editing. But yeah, what's funny is that the Boris thing, if you kill Boris, Natalia fails. But he gets Boris to pull out the weapon and, like, you know, bluff that he's gonna shoot you just for the 10 ammo. I tell you, it's hard though, man, when you have a refreshing sip of sparkling water and you want to do the big ah, you know, it's tough to hold it back. Yeah. Oh, just, you know what? I bet at this point it's like mid 05. I bet Illu has, been speedrunning at this point. Right? He got Dan 53 in, November 04. So he's been speedrunning, just like an instinct to go for the, warp. Yeah, you don't, well, I mean, that's why you fail the mission if you do it, Tony. So he's cleared out the guards in this room, which is pretty good. No, that's so true, Swatris. I wonder if he's going to use a mine for this mainframe, or shoot out the desk. Let's see what he does. Okay, so he's using a mine. Which, like, makes sense, I guess, because ammo is pretty valuable, too. He's getting kind of low, though, on mines, and, like, the... Like, how many does he... Has he... I mean, I try to pay attention to everything, but okay, so he's already blown up that area. I guess he has that. I guess there's only one more. I guess he obviously planned it out to, because, like, the bad case scenario is that you need a nade. You need to, like, farm a nade if you've used up too many mines. Man, I had no idea what he was going to do. I always knew that there was a, That's a good point, Quirky. I always knew that there was, like, a so-called trick for the protect on DLTK, but I thought it was like something way more substantial than this. Oh my god, he was trying to go chuck the... He's trying to get this door open as soon as he possibly can to destroy that. Nowadays, there's a way to destroy it, like, through the wall. But that wasn't known about till, like, 2012 or 2014. What in the... This is not what I was expecting at all. I mean, Natalia's pretty beast mode. She's surviving a lot of hits. This is... I was not expecting this in the least. I mean, Natalia's surviving a lot. I was expecting a trick where, like, all of the spawning guards got stuck in the glass. And I guess the ones that come for you are stuck in that glass. And the ones that come for Natalia are still coming in. And because she has a lot of health, you're okay. But, like, this is insanity. 100 health, 100 armor, so on DLTK she has 1,000 and 1,000. So she would take literally 100 headshots. She would take 200 headshots from you, and the guards don't do headshot damage. So, yeah, Natalia's pretty chill. Yeah, no, it is. There is definitely more to it than that, but yeah, in a general sense. That is weird. So I guess... Man, that is so weird. I wonder if it was necessary to blow that pane of glass on the right-hand side. Because if not, then he wouldn't have taken that initial shot of damage. And then, like, surviving the end is going to be difficult, you know? Wow, he timed that so well. Man, why don't we use that strategy on, like, Double O Agent? Like, that seems like a good strategy. Oh my god. This just seems insane. Oh, this is a good idea. I know, Quirky. I have a story that I think I told in my last SpeedLore about on Control, but, like, in grade 5, a kid coming to my house after school and asking how to beat the level. BA is, I guess it survives one hit. Okay, and so if you go through the left-hand glass, it doesn't work. This is a very rare reverse route to get to this point in the level, by the way, but it makes sense he's doing it. Might get hit here by Trev. This is insane. Okay. Okay. 1633, 262 headshots. You almost always get hit by Trev there. I didn't see Objective A complete either. Like, when did Objective A... It must have completed, like, back here. Like, she's leaving now. Like, it must complete somewhere in here. I guess he knows there can be guards here. Man, that's so terrifying. Like, at this point, there's 4 spawning guards coming for you. And you can't access these rooms early to deal... Oh, there's Objective A completed. That's why I missed it. It was at the same time as the BA. So he knows... He could sense one coming here or hear him. Stops to deal with him. That door could have been open. Like, that door easily could have been open. He gets sniped. I mean, it makes sense to just run in there, but, like... I feel like he could have done it faster. But, I mean, you know, he probably could have, but... That's tough, man. That's tough. 1633. Very scary. Let's see what he says about it. Here are the results of what I've been working on these past few days. Controlled DLTK 1633. I've been thinking this is probably possible since Brian discovered that trick during the protection. Luring the body armor guards to try shooting you through a glass. So you only have to worry with the guards to go for Nat. If you get these guards to stay behind the glass, it's not hard at all to protect Nat. She doesn't die that easily on DLTK. So I just needed some way to figure out how to do the rest of the level. The hardest part's the end. It's not that hard to get to protect, that makes sense. The ending's a bit hard with so many guards running around looking for you. This is one of my most exciting runs. Got hit 4 times, actually. Made good use of both body armors, boosted into the elevator at the end, finished with 0 bars of health. You know, what's interesting is that this post actually gives me like a lot of nostalgia because I first sort of began paying attention to the GoldenEye Elite on Canada Day 05. And I'm sure I've told that story at some point, but I kind of saw it in like 2001, 2002, browsing the internet, and didn't pay any mind to it. And then Canada Day 05, my cousin was over playing GoldenEye. I would have been 15, not quite 16. And I was reminded of the Elite, and I looked it up online and stuff. And so this is like one of the first like important posts that was made on the forum after I'd started paying attention again. And I had no idea what like controlled DLTK or what DLTK was. So like I was kind of like, well, wow, this is a big deal, but like, I have no idea why. And it's kind of cool to see it now 17 years later, and like, you know, like that's insane. Like it's really insane when you think about that. Like if we look at comments on this video, there's comments from 12 years ago. Like, that's crazy, you know? Like, that's insane. On this one, there's comments from 14 years ago. You know? It kind of blows my mind when I look at it that way. People are going, that's sick, that's sick. Awesome, awesome job, Illu. Glad to see it. We were thinking it'd be possible as long as Boss's hat trick worked. Spider Waffle says to do train next, which is kind of crazy. Huh. Any vids for Silo? That's what they're asking. Thanks for all the comments. No idea on train. Gonna try Depot next. Spider Waffle has a whole train post. A whole jungle post. Weather's congratulating him. Pretty cool. Depot is going to be a big hell to do since new random guards come before old ones are dead. Yep, that's the difficult thing. A lot of spawning guards on Depot are hard. Any tip could be useful on Dam. Yep. I can see Depot as possible now. July 14, 2005. I can see Depot as possible now. That's a pretty good post, my friends. Because 2 days later, Illu got this speedrun. Depot DLTK, baby. July 16, 2005. And what's cool about this one is that at this point, you know, when you first join a new community, you often try to kind of play coy, you kind of get your feet wet, you lurk a bit, you get the sense of the community. As you're in there more and more, and Illu's now been here for a year and a half, then your personality starts to come out. And so this video is a little bit of an elite Illu classic. Let's take a look, baby. Very fuzzy filming. Sounds like the PAL version of the track or an 8-bit version. The Depot music kind of slaps, I'm gonna say. There's his dot. Depot 22 on the timer. Could it be foreshadowing the future of humanity? This was video editing back then. Dude, that's so 2005. You just got pwned. Like, I really wonder how he recorded that in 05. Like, could you screen capture back then without getting the hypercam thing? Could you crop footage that you recorded? I don't think you could in Windows Movie Maker, you know? Oh my god, there was this summer. Oh my god, it was the summer. This is giving me, like, flashbacks again. The summer contest. He's checking the forums. He's checking the thread. He's checking the thread that I was just browsing. This is 17 years ago. I can see Depot as possible next, though. Dude, this is so I feel like I'm in, like, a time warp. I'm just scrolling the thread. Depot DLTK 845. Fraps, interesting, Toozer. Thank you for the throwback knowledge. They may, Swatris, they may. Man, these DLTK episodes are honestly awesome. Like, doing them. Like, it's really epic. Like, I remember watching this video, like, back then as well. I didn't really know DLTK or whatever, but I'm surprised he goes and hides in this hangar. Like, I think there are something like 3 to 4 spawning guards on Depot, and they kind of just start spawning, like, a minute in. Yep, 17 years ago, Ryko. Like, on Agent, it'll take, like, 2 minutes to spawn. On Double, it's, like, a minute. And on DLTK, it's probably a little bit faster. So, like, it just doesn't seem like a very good idea to go and, like, wait for them to spawn. But, like, you know, again, he's working, grinding, trying to figure out what works, trying to figure out what doesn't. Seeing if a level can be beaten. 7 spawn guards. Wow, that... And they continuously spawn, right, Quirky? Like, I just picture the 4 of them outside a door, basically. Wow, that was weird as hell. So I guess they're looking for him. And, like, this doesn't seem like a very... I don't know. That makes sense, Flicker. So if you enter one of the hangars, they'll start spawning. So I guess he's going in there to try to trap 1 or 2 in that room, maybe? That would kind of make sense. That's a great, like, clip. The double headshot there. Yeah, little Ryko, if you watch my highlight from last stream, a few weeks ago, I got the untied on Aztec DLTK. It was pretty insane. Believe it or not, baby. Yeah, the uniforms are kind of interesting. I wonder if they look like in the remake. I think they look like wildly different. Once you're in a room, I think you're pretty safe. I don't think the spawning guards enter the hangar. If you're in it, I don't think they do. But then, once you open the door... the hangar door, there'll be like 4 of them out there. And what's interesting is that you do have proximity mines and rocket launcher on Depot, but you don't like have them yet. You get them like after you get them in the ammo dump. And you could go to the ammo dump first. And I'm sure Illu played with that idea, going to the ammo dump first. But then like you have to cross back over the rest of the depot, and like that really throws things off. Like the guards really troll you then. And I also know everyone hates how I pronounce depot, but it's my colloquial accent. That's true, Quirky, it is true. Just gotta get the key still. Looking for ammo, I guess. There we go, key. I don't... Is it gonna be on Switch, Bryce? I thought maybe, Xbox. So he's checking for guards that spawned out here. Oh, that's so funny, Yanis Marine. I thought the Yanis Marines were the guys in black on Cradle, but they might be these guys as well. So there's 2 guards here. They can have double D5K as well. And then he's gonna run, like, across the depot to the, ammo dump. And it's a tense moment when the door's rolling up and you're waiting to get in. Wow. If it comes out on Switch, that'd be pretty epic. Like, I wouldn't have to, you know, buy a whole console to play it. Since I own a Switch. I disagree, Mr. Jason. If anything, it's incomparable because of the lag. And, like, odds are they'll make it so you can select items not from the pause menu, and, like... Well, because BK, Banjo-Kazooie, was, like, a Nintendo and Rare product, whereas James Bond has, like, another licensing issue with, like, the James Bond people themselves. And if you follow Grassloo on Twitter, he has a lot of good, like, posts and threads about it. He's, like, the most knowledgeable about the whole thing. And he streams, like, on YouTube, you know, challenges and stuff. Yeah, Train Depot and Frigate, that's right, Yanis. That's right. The most powerful weapon a Yanis Marine can have is a Phantom, which does 150% damage. Believe it or not. Or does it do... No, it must be 150. Oh, did I drop some frames? It's hard to believe. I see 240 dropped over the course of the night. Very rare these days for me to drop frames. Yeah, there's a famous story about the Aztec guards outfits that I'll get into another time about a gentleman who paid a Deviant artist commission to draw 2 Aztec guards in the style that you would expect for such a location. Okay, so he's got rid of 1 spawning guard, 2. I think he's just gonna book it to the next ammo dump and hope he doesn't pass away. Maybe 2 spawns are trapped in that first depot we went to. Oh my god, he's got light music. I was like, where's that music coming from? He's got light music playing. Might have to overdub it on YouTube with the Depot soundtrack. Illu, like, it's kind of weird because, like, I was influenced by Illu's, you know, video making early on. Illu was very famous by stuff like Metal Gear Solid and whatnot. Like, we saw the, his VCR. He edited it to say instead of video, Hideo, which I guess is like a Metal Gear reference. I've never played it, I should, but... So Illu was heavily influenced by that kind of stuff, and then I was influenced by him. You know, it's kind of weird how these things go. The cycle of artistic influence. So he's basically waiting for the spawn guards to appear. He's going for it. Wow, he just YOLO'd it. No, I never did, Ryko. I never had the consoles for it. He's just going for it, baby. I thought he was going to wait for them to spawn and, like, shoot a rocket launcher at them. He didn't. He just said YOLO. He's going for it, baby. He's in. He's in. There it is. Oh, wow, look at that. It's funny, the end screen, because they do die after a few hits, even though it would take them 10, usually. That sounds beautiful, John Stan. And believe it or not, this is we have one more run to show. It's a 2-minute run. We're at the end of our lore tonight. Pretty much. We're gonna read Illu's post about Depot DLTK. We're gonna watch one more run, and that's it. Yeah, nobody does it better. That's right. That's so true, Swatris. Is that what it was? You know, I feel like a noob for not knowing, but... Elite Archives. Dude, I hate how on YouTube now, it like doesn't even show you the upload date, sometimes. It's so troll. Like, bro, why are you not showing me the upload date? Like, I cannot believe they destroyed YouTube like this. It's unforgivable. But what is forgivable is the beautiful creation of Illu here. Depot DLTK 845. Did this on NTSC. Took care of random guards another way. Will be revealed once we get the video made. Harder than Control, maybe harder than Damn. Holy smokes. Some things need to fall into place. You have to get things run that particular run. Damn, dude. That is insane. That is really, really insane. And, like, there's just people congratulating him here. Let's take a look at the levels that have been beaten. That's what we got now. And, dude, Flicker, it's random depending on the display size of your screen. That's what it is. which is like so frustrating because I kind of watch it on one of my I have the lore set up on one of my smaller screens, which is like kind of annoying. But yeah, what is fascinating is this, right? This is where we're at now after tonight's episode. These are the 4 levels that have not been beaten yet. Silo Streets, Training Cradle. And if any of the levels would be beaten, they wouldn't be beaten for another 5 or so years. No new completions on Dark LTK happened in 06, 7, 8, or 9, believe it or not. These 4 levels would remain unbeatable in that time, and that's very fascinating, I would say. We have, this is interesting too, it's Illu's, like, times page on the Wayback Machine from, like, 07, and again, it shows those levels that have been beaten, and it's missing the 4, Silo, Streets, Train, and Cradle. That's very, it's interesting that you said Depot was, like, one of the hardest ones, too. Because, like, it didn't look that hard. But yours, like he pointed out, a lot has to go right. The spawning guards have to kind of spawn at the right time and not shoot you. So there's all that kind of stuff. So we're going to watch an Egypt run to end the night. And, you know, we didn't watch Egypt last time just because the video wasn't made of the early records. Trent or Illu or Nojo. It's too bad that we didn't get a Nojo video because he's a kind of more obscure character. But in November 05, the one and only Bix, Brandon Sanford, got it untied on Egypt DLTK 125, and so we're gonna watch this 125. Bix is of course the guy of Twine fame who had these cold reception untieds that are lost media that were just 2 minutes of pause buffering. And he had a lot of other interesting and notable speedruns that were or weren't captured over time. And what is interesting about this particular Egypt DLTK 125, the untied world record when it was set in DLTK, is that it was on those tapes that were sent to Mouser and were lost for 8 years, and then finally remade in 2014. So this was almost lost media, but it exists, and let's watch it. I'm curious to see how a DLTK run on this level goes, because according to Illu, it's one of the easiest to beat. So all this is easy. You run past the first 2 guards, you grab this. Okay, so you shoot a couple guards. He almost passed away there. Like, there's 2 guards on the left. I'm surprised they aren't, like, shooting you. I guess it was 2 golden gunshots for Baron Sambi there. One headshot? Interesting. That was like 2 headshots. 3 headshots. Now, the last one is difficult because he has double lasers, which do 20 bars of damage. 4 per second. How much for the third? 8 or 10? And he rolls around a lot. And guards can come. 10 for third. So you need 10 headshots. And you basically need to keep doing circles around him. 4. You get close enough so he doesn't hit you. 6, 7, 8. Not a headshot. Not a head. Oh, got him. Got him, baby. Baron Fibonacci. So true. Bix DLTK Egypt 125. There we go. He did it. He did it, baby. Yeah, there was a question about the levels that are hardest. Of the completed ones, it's like Caverns, Aztec, Dam. I guess Depot's up there in Jungle. Like, those are the really hard ones. That's so crazy, Quirky. That like, some of Bix's times are so not good, and the others are actually, like, amazing. Like, that's really cool. That his time of 125 still holds up to this day. That's very impressive, so congratulations to Bix. Well, that's going to do it for the DLTK episode number 2. We got through a lot of the game. 5 new levels were beaten. Insane ones at that. Aztec, Caverns, Control, Depot, Jungle. Unbelievable levels. That was a thrill watching that. And I'm really enjoying doing these DLTK episodes. It's a lot of fun. Because like, it is a corner of GoldenEye, of the community that I've spent a lot of time in, that I just haven't like peaked. You know, it's like if you imagine the room as like if you imagine the community as a mansion that you hang out in all day, it's like a room that I haven't hung out in that much, and now I'm kind of going in there and seeing what's up, and it's kind of cool, you know. So that's really awesome. I enjoy it, and we're definitely going to do more DLTK episodes. We're going to see if the remaining 4 levels can be beaten. And we're also going to do another kind of more traditional SpeedLore episode in about a week. Maybe Perfect Dark. You know, I don't want to make any promises, but maybe I'm thinking it might be time to revive Perfect Dark SpeedLore. So stay posted on that. The best place to stay posted, watch this space, is the Patreon. So you could keep an eye there, whether you support or not there. It's all good. But especially thanks to all the supporters, the legends and champions, supporting SpeedLore on Patreon. A huge thanks to you guys. Of course, more dedication runs to come in the next week's episode. I hope anyone who's watched this has enjoyed this episode of DLTK SpeedLore. Thanks to all the chatters. Great chat tonight. A lot of useful and interesting info coming from chat. It was perfect. It was beautiful. And I much appreciate it. So thanks to everybody. That'll do it, baby, for this episode of SpeedLore. Thank you all for watching. Stay true, my friends. And I'll see you in the next stream or video. Good night.